towing cars without permission. It's a story we first brought to your attention months ago, and apparently the illegal practice continues.
We found some tow companies are still not following city rules set down to protect drivers way back in 2007, and police say upholding the law in this case is up to you. Today's 6 is on your side. Roland Barris has the story.
It was early January when the tow hook came calling for GINA McClintock's car.
When I came back, the car was gone, and all the other cars that were parked there were gone as well.
Her car and several others were towed from in front of the Boise Best Buy. A worker at a nearby business called and signed for the tow.
You know, I was just looking out for everybody's car. I was looking out for those people's cars, everybody's here, and including our customers.
The city says if you know the towing ordinance, cases like GINA's are clear-cut.
What the non-consent tow ordinance does is sets out very specifically, very meticulously, the circumstances when a non-consent tow can occur.
But there are gray areas. The ordinance says the property owner must be present to sign for a tow unless there's an authorized representative on site.
Do they have to be identified as such in writing?
I don't believe so.
Turns out the city interprets it to mean any employee can be authorized. Also, the ordinance says a tow sign must be clearly posted near the tow site. The only one we could find at the Best Buy entrance where McClintock was towed was on the opposite side of the street and barely noticeable. Given that, McClintock and her friend John Odie called police to the scene. A recording made by Odie caught their reply.
Are you looking to get your money back or
Actually, I want him arrested.
Well, that's not going to happen. We're not going to arrest him.
Odie continues to protest.
It's a criminal offense.
It's not anything that we're going to do anything about, okay? A vehicle being improperly towed is not something that we handle.
In fact, the officers didn't seem to know the law at all.
Right. Basically, it works is these tow companies come here and they're paid by this whoever owns this place to tow cars. Like, they don't necessarily have to be called to tow.
But that's wrong. Drive-by towing is illegal. So we asked Hightower if she thinks this is a problem.
How do the police enforce the law if they don't know the law?
You know, what will happen is an officer will take a report, and then that report will go to the city attorney's office.
The fee to get GINA's car back was about $200. If a tow is done illegally, how is that any different than someone stealing $200 from your front seat? Something that would surely result in an arrest and your money back.
Yeah, it's not necessarily different.
Except that you have to wait for a couple of months to get your money back.
Tow companies not following the rules face a minimum fine of $150 for a first offense. But by the third violation, it can include a fine up to $1,000 and up to 6 months prison time. Hightower says there's only been one tow company the city has taken legal action against. And on the recording with the police officers, Odie suggests why.
And they keep doing it because nobody will arrest them for misdemeanors.
Well, they're not going to be arrested. I'll tell you that right now. That's out of the question.
And like so many other towing victims, McClintock says it might not be worth the effort and long wait to go through the city for a refund.
I'm disappointed in the whole process.
And some justice.
Like, it just wasn't right.
Roland Barris, today's 6 News.
John Odie actually filed a complaint when his car was illegally towed last year, and he won his money back.
But Hightower says the city cut a deal with that towing company and dropped all charges as long as it promised not to do it again.